What's up, guys? It is the Wandavision review. This is the full review. I will give you warnings before spoilers, don't worry. But let me tell you, I don't know what people are going crazy for this thing because I think they have massive flaws in it, and I'm a huge Marvel fan and DC fan, but I have to say that I'm shocked at some of the stuff that they pulled out with WandaVision. I love the concept, but I think the execution was horrendous. And I'll tell you why. Because if you're gonna make an audience sit through almost a 30-minute episode of a kind of 1950s spoof, then you have to make that spoof really authentically funny. Not just sarcastic, ha ha ha. We figured out it's a spoof after the first second of watching it, so you don't need to go more than 5 minutes. So technically it feels like they are dragging it out, drawing it out, watering it down. Everybody is only watching it to find out what the big reveal is. How did Wanda and Vision end up in this TV show universe? What happened, right? So that's what we want to see. This show, they shouldn't have showed them in a TV universe for more than like 5 minutes max, and then start dropping hints, kind of like the Truman Show with Jim Carrey. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. A+, awesome movie. But the idea is that in the Truman Show, you know, he finds out, spoiler alert, that, you know, he's secretly being watched and was in this kind of self-created TV environment by somebody, and he has to break out of it and break free to discover the truth. So we understand it's that concept for WandaVision, obviously, because why? We know WandaVision, well, Wanda and Vision, of course, Scarlet Witch, you know, they're in the MCU. And they're also a part of the entire universe of the Avengers. So the idea is, how did this happen? But why make us, as loyal Marvel fans, sit through an entire, almost 30-minute episode of them in a spoof-like 1950s series without actually bringing on maybe like Chuck Lorre or whatever, the people who really make it hilarious? Get some really good comedy writers and let's really enjoy this series. That's how it could have worked. I don't know why people are just raving about it. Like, I'm shocked. 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't like. Are we watching the same thing here? You know, great concept. Really cute to see them in the 1950s spoof. For those of you who don't know, they're spoofing Bewitched and I Love Lucy. Those are the two things that they're spoofing. So if you guys get a chance, you can see that on YouTube. And those were really clever, funny, hilarious TV shows. In this particular case, you have a non-funny, non-hilarious spoof of a TV show like that, and they're not really bringing it the way I was hoping that they would bring it. I was like, come on, let's see what they do. Anyway, guys, before I continue on to spoiler reviews, please make sure to follow and subscribe. It helps me out with the channel. Smash the like button. It helps the algorithm so we get our videos seen on YouTube. And this is comic book artist, writer, and director Greg Weich from BeyondComics.tv. I create these guys, Ray Redactyl, codename Justice. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And here's the spoiler part of the review. Spoiler review. Okay, so spoiler part of the review. It was kind of crazy that they're doing this, but you have to wait till the entire freaking episode is about to end, and then you see somebody's watching them on a screen, which looks like the girl from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to me. But whoever it is or whatever's going on, you know, they're watching it. And then in the second episode, spoiler alert, they say, you know, Wanda, who's doing this to you? Yeah, like, you should have started that 5 minutes into the episode and let's get to it. You know what I mean? Let's get to it now. This is what we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting for to see. So what is all this stupid drawn out delay? Oh, hi honey, I'm doing a magic show. Look, yeah, I get it. You're spoofing the 50s show. Great idea, great concept. But if you're not going to actually make that show watchable and funny, then it's just a boring spoof. Unfunny, drawn out, dragging. I mean, I'm really disappointed. Honestly, I stayed up, okay, at 3 in the morning Eastern time in New York City to watch this because I had been waiting for this series, and I was so really let down by it. I'm talking real talk here. I don't know if the other people who are reviewing it that love it are in Marvel's pockets. You know, Marvel has a lot of money. They're sending, you know, they're taking care of the reviewers, you know what I'm saying? They're sending them a lot of, you know, preview, you know, reels and, you know, invites to premieres, so maybe they don't feel they could talk honestly about it. I've gone to some of the premiere stuff. It's awesome to go, but I gotta be honest, like, I want the quality to be better. So I'm saying, you know, These are talented people working behind the scenes here. So it's odd to me that they would let something like this pass. It's not funny. You know, again, the concept is genius. Let's actually take the audience through, you know, each decade of the series. It's going to be cool. As you saw in the trailers, they move from the 50s to the 60s to the 70s, etc. Great idea. Great idea. 5 minutes of it. We don't need to see a whole episode. Or if you're going to take us through the episode and actually make it like a 1950s through the, you know, decades series, then hire really funny comedy writers and really make a great TV series that we fall in love with, that we think is hilarious, where we love the characters, where we really connect to this version of, you know, I guess it's Wanda's imagination, or, you know, obviously she's the one in charge of it. You know, when they say who's doing this to you, it's clearly her doing it to herself. She's longing the loss of vision. This is my theory. And I think that, theory-wise, that this is really kind of, you know, her not wanting to let go of him. So she's found a way to kind of, you know, project herself into this kind of mental state where she's like living a dream, where she's in the show with him or whatever's going on. You know, because you saw that scene where the bee guy comes out of the little manhole and she's like, no, and then she resets it. You know, so she's in charge of this thing completely. The big question is, you know, let's get to that, and you know, how does this connect to the Doctor Strange 2 movie and to maybe the Spider-Verse and everything going on? Guys, if you agree with me or disagree with me, post your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. This has been Greg Weich from BeyondComics.tv. Thanks for watching. If you get a chance, please check out my comic book, Gekido, Gekido, co-created by writer Brandon Wilson and me, the artist Greg Weich. And you can download it at comixology.com. That's comics with an X-ology.com. Or Izneo, I-Z-N-E-O, Izneo.com. And that's the full version if you want to see the full version of the comic book there. And they give you like an 11-page preview for free. So check it out, enjoy, make sure to follow and subscribe. You can go to my website at beyondcomics.tv over here to see some of the other stuff we're working on, like these guys over here. As they say in comics, to be continued. Enjoy.